Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bhinneka, and I would like to play a short, beautiful video for all of us. So please enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our acting president of the club, Toastmaster Ben Whittaker.
All right, welcome to another Bhinneka Online Toastmaster meeting. And happy belated Independence Day to Indonesia, which is our theme and our tom of the evening. We'll discuss more about that a little bit later. And here at Bhinneka, is that right, Pippet? Am I pronouncing it right this time finally? After over a year?
Yes.
Yeah, sweet. All right, we have some club values. Of course, it's as easy as ABC. We appreciate all our club members. We build each other up and create our celebrate our successes. It's all through integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We kind of do this, and we want to create a positive atmosphere for everyone, even including our guests, even like our visiting Toastmasters, which we have several of that help us make this possible. We're all looking forward to having everyone here helping us out. And with further ado, let me introduce our Toastmaster of the evening, our club vice president of education, and the greatest hair in Indonesia. Sorry, ladies. Toastmaster Manandra.
Thank you, Acting President Pan. Past Immediate President, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Independence to those who celebrate independence. However, even though Malaysia, our neighbor, actually it has this month also celebrating its Independence Day. So happy Independence Day to all of us. So Independence Day, if you ask me, I'm not a historian, but I will say something. Well, back at the time when, for short, Japan overtakes Indonesia from the Dutch, and then Japan actually needs more volunteers or soldiers to stand up with him in the battlefronts. And to do that, Japan would like to ensure that the support from Indonesian people are optimum. So that's why Japan created something for short that now it triggered the Indonesian's independence movements to support. For short, Indonesians get its independence by August 17, 1945. So I would like to go back to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster first. Today, it's not 17 August 1945, but this month we have meetings in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters. Especially for today, we will have a theme and word of the day. I would like to share with you what are the theme of our meeting of today Wait a minute. Okay, this is united in one vision, and the word of the day is independence. Toastmaster of the meeting, to those who come first time at Toastmasters, is kind of MC. So basically, I will do a role which is guide our meetings from the start till the end. Expected will be run on time. So this is the agenda in my hands. Hopefully, will help us to go to the sessions that we have. In Toastmasters, basically we have 3 sessions. All those sessions are amazing, created independently to help you enjoy the meeting from the start till the end. The first sessions will be a prepared speech. The second session will be the evaluation sessions. And the third sessions will be the table topic sessions. All of those has its own ingredients to make the audience enjoy and fun. Now, for no further ado, I will go to the themes that, well, help me dealing with these environments and to cheers you up about the meeting. To run this meeting, I would like to invite our GE. Our GE will be Titi Ningsi. Titi Ningsi, time is yours.
Thank you, Tom, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Titin, your General Evaluator for today. And as the GE, my role is to keep an eye on all the events of the meeting, make note of the things that were good, and then providing the recommendations, suggestions, and present it all towards the end of the meeting. And as a GE, it is my role to introduce the grammarian, the accounter, timer, and ballot counter for their respective roles and reports. And later, I shall give my general evaluation of the overall meeting. And for now, may I please call on our timer, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit, to give us the timing guidelines for our meeting.
Thank you, GE Titin. So just like in traffic light, in Toastmasters, we also have 3 different colors, which is green, yellow, and red. So if you can imagine, green is a safe zone. That means you have passed the minimum time. If it's yellow, means be careful because your time is almost up. If it's red, that means you need to stop. Although you still have 30 seconds tolerance time to conclude your speech. Now, we have several different speakers today. For example, our first speaker and our second speaker will have 5 to 7 minutes time allocation. That means when it's 5, it will show green in my background, like this. If it's 6, it will show yellow. And then if it's 7 minutes, it will show red, like this. Right? And then for our third speaker is a little bit special, 15 to 20 minutes. So 15, green will be 15, and then yellow will be 18, and after that, 20 will be red. For our tabletop session, the green one will be 1 minute, the yellow one is 1 minute 30 seconds, the red one is 2 minutes. For our evaluation session, the green one is 2 minutes, the yellow one is 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then the red one is 3 minutes. Good luck, everyone. I hope you make it within the time frame so you can be chosen as the most favorite speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit, for your introduction of the timing scheme. And now let us proceed to our ANWOD counter. Toastmaster Noel Rolando, would you please introduce your role to us, Toastmaster Noel?
Okay, let me open my video first. Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmaster. So my role today is a counter. The purpose of the counter is not words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filter by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and, and also I will listen for filler sounds including and er. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as or this means, and at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speakers use these expressions. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Taskmaster Noel, for introducing your role. And next, may I have our grammarian for this evening, Taskmaster Dini, to explain your role to us.
Okay, am I audible? All right, so let me share the screen first. So today, as a grammarian, my responsibility is to jot down any language usage, including the awkward usage, mispronunciation, and also outstanding words or phrases or even quotes spoken by the speakers. And then here, I would like to also introduce you to our word of the day, so that I hope you can use this word as many as possible. Our word of the day is independence. It means the freedom or from being governed or ruled by another country, or the ability to live your life without being helped or influenced by other people. And one of the example of using this word in a sentence is independence means being able to stand on our feet and dream what we want to be. So don't forget to use this word as many as possible during your speech. And thank you. I will give my report later towards the end of our session and evaluation session. Back to you, our GE.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dini, for introducing your role to us. And next, may I have our ballot counter for this evening, Toastmaster Seni, to explain your role to us.
Thank you, Madam GE. Hello, everyone. My name is Sani. This is my home club, Bhinneka. Today, I'm serving as the SAA, also Zoom host. As a Zoom host, I will make sure that all of us in the spotlight on time. And as the ballot counter, well, I will prepare the ballot vote so all of us can vote for our best speakers of the day. And that's all my role. Let's enjoy the meeting. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seni, for introducing your role to us. So those are our amazing role takers for today. And now I will return the control back to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Marendra Dika, as the Tom for this evening.
Thank you very much, Titi Ningsi. That was a wonderful team. And I'm happy you have a very complete teams to run these meetings, evaluating these meetings from the start till the end. Now, I would like to continue the story of a little bit Indonesians, especially those that never heard about the Indonesian independence story all about. For short, like after we got independence on August 17th, 1945, that was not that easy. Dutch came twice to test our independence movement and independence spirits. So it was called aggression first, and then came with aggression the second. So from those two aggressions by the Dutch and helped by the NATO for kind of meaning, we are the Indonesian people already proved the world, even though we lack of weapons, guns, aircraft, everything, but we are full of spirits, fighting spirits, and the motivations to keep our independence still independent. We fight with all of us, with everything that we have. How to say that? Bambu runcing in English. Someone please write it down. The sharpened bamboo, kind of something like that, with the flags in the top of it to indicate that we are very brave and very holy, kind of like that. So ladies and gentlemen, it was not easy to get that independence for like after 350 years, all those years combined under occupation of the Dutch. With help of the Japan, finally we can get it. And now it is the most challenging sparks to feel full our independence moments. One of those of you is doing your job successfully, the rest doing your business professionally. And now one of those options are joining Toastmasters. Here we are in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters. We would like to keep the spirit of independence still alive in our emotions, our brains, and our heart. So, not further ado, I would like to introduce you for the next sessions. The next sessions will be the prepared speech sessions. To those who come this meeting for the first time, for Ronnie, actually Ronnie is doctor, is my friend, but he's now doctor in electrical engineering ITS. Now, it is the first time for you coming. I'm very happy that you are now here with us. And for those who coming, Rajiv, Lai, and then we have Dini with us. We have Noel, we have Apri, we have Kwayum from the Malaysia. Of course, we have immediate past president Ben Whitakers working in Bali, even though he's from the United States, from America. Now, prepared speech is a session that every speaker already learn, already prepare very well about their own speech. The speech can be vary, but apparently the speaker is assisted by its mentor to build its speech. So for not further ado, I would like to introduce the first speaker. The first speaker will be delivering the pathway effective coaching. It is the project L1P4, evaluations and feedback, speech number 2. The time given is 5 to 7 minutes. He will be evaluated by Kwayum, which is from Toi Han Toastmaster Club. It is in Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome one of the most amazing speaker happen on earth with red and white t-shirts. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Rajiv, with his title Multi Rajiv, time is yours.
Which is that word that came to your mind when you heard the speech title? Can you please unmute and share what's the word that come to your mind? Multi dash 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 ing.
Multitasking, bro.
Multitasking. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I hope most of us would have thought the same word. Isn't it true? Could you please raise your hand who believe you are perfect in multitasking? You are masters of multitasking. I see a lot of hands popping up and I see some nodding, no, we don't do multitasking. I usually believed in myself that I am pro at multitasking. Whatever task you do, I can be easy at it. Yeah, it's so cool. I can just go ahead and do one thing. I can just listen to the song. I can type my chords. I can just walk and talk. I can do everything. Multitasking is kind of routine. That's what I used to believe, and I thought like I'm the real pro at it. Last week, I was attending an online Toastmasters meeting. Meeting was very good happening. It was Advanced Toastmasters Club. The roles, one of the role, like arc counter and grammarian, was clubbed together. There was no shortage of members, but for some reason they had clubbed it together. And I heard the general evaluator mentioning, you did the role really well. But I think that as you are multitasking, some of the things you would have really missed. I was taken aback by that comment. An advanced Toastmaster who did the role really well, according to me, and the general evaluator commenting multitasking had made his role great. I started to dig my research on what is supposed to be multitasking and how can it be effective or not. Then I got some interesting facts on it. Believe it or not, in 2009, Stanford University, Clifford Nass, a professor, conducted an experiment with 260 students of that Earth to see how multitaskers and the persons who focus on one task do a delivered task. To the surprise of most of the people, you know who were the people who did the task really well? No multitaskers. The people were concentrating on the one task, were about to do it very nice. Unfortunately, then I was so curious, why is that the multitaskers was not performing really well? Because multitasking is a lie. In my resume, I used to believe that I am a multitasker was a great merit for taking the job interview. Earlier, when I was attending interview, people used to ask me, are you good at multitasking? I usually should say, yes, I am really good at it. But now after this, I just kept pondering, what is the thing that multitasking is making us lag? Then their research came with Dr. David Mayer suggesting that multitasking is a lie. And we tend to believe that multitasking is so good. It is like monkey mind. You are switch tasking from one to another. But if the task is not serious, you can easily go ahead and come back. But think if your task is so crucial, imagine you are suffocated with some disease and you go to a doctor, and if the doctor is looking at you with one hand in his mobile and asking the phone and then treating you like, yeah, open your mouth, okay, yeah, you continue, yeah, I am just talking, will that be good enough? You will be cursing that doctor. What is he doing? Aren't you just looking at me, or are you just wasting my time? But same thing when we do in our career and in our personal life, do we do justice to ourselves? It was the point to think. Multitasking, we believe juggling as an illusion, but there it's not multitasking. If you focusly look into that juggler, what he does, he throws a ball, catch the other one, then shift, then throws. So only one task at a time. He does it in such a speed that we tend to believe he is multitasking. So never go for that illusion, because multitasking can always drain your energy. And no human has got the capability to do, not to do tasks at the same time, but to focus on the both tasks at the same time. That is what you can simply mention that, yeah, we can walk and talk, but really take back a minute. While talking, are you really focusing on the walking aspect? You may go his exact way, you may just fall into the lamp in front of you. There can be so mishap happening. If you have read, 16% of accidents happening in roads is due to the careless driving, not because of they are not good drivers, but due to the multitasking aspect. They attend the phone or they are getting distracted with other thoughts. So multitasking is a lie. As said by Steve Oil, it is merely an opportunity to screw up more than one task at a time. So now, my dear friends, I would urge all of you who were proud of being multitaskers, please give it a back thought and remember, multitasking is absolutely a myth and nothing. Next time, whenever you get multiple tasks, and even in your interview, someone asks you, are you good at multitasking? Tell them, I can handle multiple tasks, but with priority, one at a time, so that I can complete all the tasks in your stipulated time, but not multitasking at one time. Thank you. Over to you.
That was wonderful. Doing multitask with prioritize its times. Which one is the most important? You do it the first time and go on and on. That was wonderful from Toastmaster Rajiv Srinivas. Okay, cool. That was amazing. Now we would like to go to the next speech. Next speech is about the engaging humor, the pathway it's taken from. The project is L2, P2, which is connects with your audience. The time given for this project is 5 to 7 minutes. This project evaluator will be Toastmaster Live from the Empire Toastmaster Club. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Apri from Malang Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Apri, the title of his speech is The Good, Fast, and Cheap Dilemma. The Good, Fast, and Cheap Dilemma. Toastmaster Apri, the stage is yours.
Okay. Good products are not always cheap, and cheap products are not always good. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, is anyone here who likes shopping online? Can you please type in the chat box number 1 if you like to shopping online?
I do.
Wow.
Of course.
What is the product you bought online? I know. Lens, dress. Wow. Great. I also really like browsing online because I usually find something interesting, like saber chopstick, bucket pillow, or burrito blanket. And online shopping is one way to buy something more easy than before because I don't have to work hours and hours to visiting different shops to find a product I need. Another reason I like online shopping is that it's very easy for me to find a product that are cheap, have a good quality, and also fast in terms of delivery. So fast, good, and cheap is the concept is most likely used in service and product development. And however I try to incorporate it into my online shopping experience, the general concept is that you have 3 choices when I buy a product online: make it fast, and make it cheap, and make it well. However, in reality, you only have to choose 2 of those options. Let me tell you the reason why. First is you can buy something fast of a high quality product, but it will take very expensive to do. In order to get a high quality product within 1 day or 3 hours, it's not cheap actually. We need to dig deep into our pocket. And let's say when you want to buy a food online, like a frozen food, for example, it have a very good review, and we know it will a high quality product, right? And for delivery, you have to choose a fast delivery like a Goshen, because frozen food cannot last longer for on expedition, or the quality will be reduced. And also, if you ever compare the cost of 1 day delivery and the 2-day delivery, 1 day delivery will be more costly. And in this scenario, we need to charge more for the expedition. However, there is something consideration that once in a while, some online shop will add a free delivery in their product. But to cover the expense, they need to increase the price for the product itself, or they choose to sacrifice their money first in order to get a customer and increase their sales. That's why price is the key component here. If you have a lot of money, then you can get a high quality product within few hours. And the second is you can buy a high quality product with low cost, but it will take a long time, because to get stuff fast again, you need to pay more for the expedition. I remember it took me almost 2 months to get my stuff after I bought a product from another country using free shipping service. I was really worried that I was being scammed because of that. Then I decided to using a third-party website to speed up the delivery process, especially when I buy a product from another country. So I paid more for the cost of the expedition because the product will guarantee to arrive within 2 weeks. In terms of shipping, money also play a major role. The more money you spend, then you also get a product that are very hard to find in your country in relatively short time. The third is you can buy something cheap and fast. But it will not be a high quality. I like cheapest product, and probably some of you also really like cheapest product. Whenever I shop online, I always look for the cheapest product first before I decided to buy. However, most of the time it's not always good in terms of quality. I remember I once bought a Bluetooth speaker. The design and color was very good. Also, the cheapest product compared with other product. Then I decided to buy it, and after I try it, the speaker only turned on for 5 minutes after being full charge. So after that, I cannot use it anymore. I feel disappointed and feel betrayal, and I decided to return it, but they did not accept it because the product is already cheap. So instead, I decided to buy something that not only cheap but also have a good review to know the quality of the product. So don't get tempted by the product that are too cheap because they might easily damage. But to overcome this, make sure to see the review from the other buyer whether they say it's good or not. And one more thing, if you want to high quality product at low price, you can be patient for sales or discount. So fast, good, and cheap is something that everyone want in terms of product and service. But to achieve that, it's quite impossible because we need to sacrifice one of them, whether time, money, or quality of the product itself. And thanks to online shopping, we can choose what we want to according our needs and budget. So if you want to buy a product online, remember 3 things: fast, cheap, and good. So what do you choose? Back to Toastmaster on the meeting.
Amazing. There's something this doesn't exist is good. Yes, cheap. Yes, fast. Well, there's kind of rare conditions. Well, it reminds me when I was in a senior high school. We got a conversation among the boys, and the boys then one of the boys said, if you would like to find a girl which is beautiful and clever and very kind, do you want it? Yes, of course, all of us want it. That creature are not exist on anymore. So just kidding. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Abid. That was amazing speech. Give another round of applause to him. Boom, boom, boom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to go to the next speech. This speech is very special. Why is it special? Because this speech will be evaluated, and then the evaluator itself will be evaluated. So it's involved 2 evaluators. And also, this speech is not only 5 to 7 minutes. To be honest to you, it's 15 until 20 minutes. So you have prepared drinks besides you or snacks, or you can do the beer if you want. Just kidding. You prepare yourself because this could be a very amazing speech because it was taken by our amazing Toastmasters. Now, I would like to introduce to you the speaker, the third speaker all about. First, it is on Pathway Visionary Communications. The projects from L4E1 questions and answers. As I mentioned earlier, 15 to 20 minutes, have a look at it. This project will be evaluated by Ben Whitaker, our immediate past presidents, and this evaluator will be evaluated by Pipit. So two person will be evaluated.
Ben.
Okay. The speech title. Yes.
Ping. Excuse me. Ping will be evaluated by Ben. After that, Ben will be evaluated by Pipit.
That's true. That's true. That's I would like to say. Thank you very much for correcting Pipit if I'm mistaken. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome Bhinneka with his speech title, What's Your Goal? What's your goal, Bhinneka? Bhinneka, time is yours.
Picture this scenario. You want to wake up earlier. Perhaps you have watched a very motivational speech, or you've read amazing book that tells you that waking up at 5 a.m. will change the trajectory of your life for the better. So you tell yourself, yes, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make sure that I will consistently wake up at 5 every single day. The next day happened, 5 a.m. rings, you looked at your alarm clock and you said, snooze, let me sleep for another 5 minutes. And then snooze and snooze and snooze, and you end up waking up at 7. Has that ever happened to you? What about another scenario is this? Perhaps you wanted to lose weight and you tell yourself, I'm going to run every single day from now on, and I will run in the morning or in the evening for 30 minutes a day. And then the next day happened, you said, I'm not in the mood, the weather is too hot, or maybe it's about to rain, I'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day happened, and then you said, you know what, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm not in the mood. And you do that over and over and over and over again, so much so that you end up not doing what you said you want to do. Has that happened to you? Not only on your health, but also on something else. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's something that you really want to work towards, or maybe it's something that you really want to achieve or you want to learn, but you just don't have the time. And time is always an issue. Awesome. This is something that really happened to me a while ago. Even until now, I still struggle at times. However, I've learned some strategies to overcome that, and I'm going to show it to you today. When it comes to making sure that you really achieve your goal, whatever that goal is, first of all, you need to have a very strong clarity of what is it that you want to achieve. However, that's not enough. There should be more. And I read this book called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And this book, there's this equation, it's called the golden circle, which you can see. It's why, how, and what. The entire premise of this thick book, it's people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. After I've read this book and I thought to myself, you know what? This worked for multi-billion-dollar companies, and companies are operated by people, and people run businesses. So if it works on those businesses, it should work on individuals. That's what I thought. So I started to learn and go deeper on this particular topic. And I learned something through trial and error. This is what I learned. And I'm going to sketch for all of you today. And I don't call it the golden circle. I call it Pink's goal achievement circle. And I'm going to draw this to you. So there are 3 circles like that, exactly like Simon Sinek's, okay? And this is the what. So for those of you that has pen and paper, or if you don't, you might prepare a pen and paper, because this, within the next 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to do something special, and then you're going to get clarity of your goals. Okay, so number 1 is what, meaning know what you want. You have to be very clear first of what is it that you want. Imagine a game of football or soccer for Americans, for Ben. For a game of football, if there is no goal posts, you will only see 22 men scrambling for a loose ball. There's no objective. Or imagine a game of basketball, there is no score. It's just going to be 10 people chasing after a small ball. Not fun. So first of all, you need to get clear first of your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? Oftentimes, the mistake that most people do when it comes to goal achievement is that they are only focusing on one area, which is, I want to make money. I want to be a millionaire. I want to make something, big businesses. But remember that we are multidimensional human beings. There's health, there's wealth, there's relationship, there's hobbies, there are skills, and even health has 2, right? Physical health and mental health and spiritual health. Even relationship, there's 3 as well. Relationship with your parents, relationship with your spouse, and social relationships. Even relationship with your colleagues, you might separate them as well. So it's very multidimensional. Okay, so if you have your pen and paper ready, I want you to write down right now, I'm going to put a line, and that line is the outcome. And then you put a by, and then you put a date. The reason you need to put a date is because it gives a sense of urgency to that particular outcome. It can be a short-term goal, it can be a medium-term goal, or it can be a long-term goal. Okay, just like me, where on the 1st of January 2019, after I quit my job and I started my own journey as I ventured into entrepreneurship, I set this goal for myself, and I have it framed actually. It's called, I wrote it down, move to Bali with my family by December 2019. And I actually here in Bali. So I achieved my goal because I put it, and I'm serious about achieving the goal. Okay, but this is very surface level. As you've seen here, it's very surface level. Okay, and then now we go on to the next step. And the next step is, on the second circle, is who. Okay, who? What is the meaning of who? Who means you first have to know exactly who you are as a person first, before we talk about who you want to be, right? Why? Because if you are already a much better level version of yourself, you will have achieved your goal. Apparently not, meaning there's a room for improvement. Let me draw a scenario here. Imagine this is you right now. This is a present you, okay? And for the past you, I'm going to draw on red. This is your past you. This is past, okay? And for you in the future, which is this is a future you. Can you see it? Past, present, and future, right? So you are here right now, and you want to go to the future based on this, right? You want to achieve this. Apparently, you could not achieve this is because you are performing at a maximum capacity of where you are right now. You cannot go beyond. If you want to go beyond to the next level, you have to improve. What is it that you have to improve? Is it a new skills? Is it better public speaking skills, perhaps? Or is it better leadership skills? Or is it perhaps you want to learn more about time management? Because multitasking is a myth. As you just heard earlier from Rajiv, multitasking is a myth. So you want to stop doing that and you want to focus on doing one task at a time. Maybe that. Or perhaps you want to spend more time with your family so that you are not pissed off at home every single time when you see them. Things like that. There are more you need to learn, right? So what happens in the past? What happens to you in the past? Whatever happened to you in the past, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Why? I said that. It's because who you are right now and who you want to be, there is a gap, and this is the gap where you should focus on, not this. More often than not, we are so focused on the past. For example, I can't go there because I'm an introvert. How many of you has said that before? Because I'm an introvert, I cannot learn sales skills, or I'm not comfortable doing sales because I'm an introvert. I raised my hand as well. It used to be me, and because of the myth called the MBTI, the personality test or something, when I did the MBTI, Myers-Briggs personality index, okay, you guys can have a look, okay? The MBTI, when I did it for the very first time, I was an introvert. When I read that I'm an introvert, and I start to look at what are the traits of an introvert, and I was like, oh wow, this is just like me, this is just like me, this is just like me. And because of them, I boxed myself into this zone of introvertedness. So much so that I struggled with my job. And very funny enough, when I get my first job, the job title is analyst. I said, perfect. It's the perfect job for an introvert person like me, because my job will be doing research. Nobody will disturb me. I'm just going to put earphones and research. Apparently, that's not the case. I need to pick up the phone and call experts. I need to close them up for projects, all that jazz. It's like the universe is trying to do something funny and say, hey, you're funny. Nope, I'm going to make you to be the most uncomfortable job you will ever take in your life. And for the first 3 months, I struggled mightily because I always assumed that I'm an introvert. So one day, my supervisor told me this, hey, Ping, have you ever looked at the end of the spectrum, the extrovert spectrum? Read that and tell yourself, I'm not trying to tell you to be an extrovert. I'm trying to make you less introverted. Not to be an extrovert, but to be less introverted. Read the end of the spectrum, the other end, and see where you can improve. And the moment I did that, my past self is no longer relevant and I move closer. I'm still introverted now, but I am extroverted by choice. I can choose to be extroverted whenever I want to. Sometimes after meetings, I'll be going off to my man cave. I'm not seeing anyone for the next day or two. I am still like that. And if you look at that books, those are my friends. That's true. I'm still introverted, but I choose to be less introverted and I choose to be extroverted by choice. When I need to, I will turn it on. And so should all of you. And remember, this thing is the gap is the bridge. So you need to cross that bridge. Identify what is the skill that you need in order for you to achieve your what. Okay, so now that you're already written down, I'm going to the outcome by a particular date. On the bottom, I want you to write down this statement. In order for me to achieve that, I'm going to, and list down all the skills you need. List down all the skills you need. Maybe I'm going to read that book. I'm going to sign up for that course. I'm going to go for that run. I'm going to start that cooking. Whatever, you want to become a cook, you want to start cooking. Whatever the case might be, write that down, okay?
And now on the last one, then this is the key, which is the why. Okay? Because at the end of the day, as Simon Sinek already said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. So same thing for us. We don't care about so much about the what, we care about why we do that, why we want to achieve that particular outcome. For me, in the beginning, when I struggled to actually move to Bali, I'm so focused on the what. I want to move to Bali. So in order for me to move to Bali, what do I need? I need to find out first, right? I need to know the housing, I need to know the location, all that stuff. And I was so focused on the what that I missed out on so many opportunities. For those of you that are seeking to make money, for example, that's what I did. I shared my personal experience. When I told to myself that I want to make this amount of money so that I can move to Bali, I was so focused on getting the next opportunity to make money quick. And that has been the greatest mistake I've ever made. So much so that for the first 7 months, I was struggling, mightily struggling. Until I realized that, hey, you know what? I need to put a much more intention of my why. Why do I want to move to Bali? Because your why push you to go deep, push you to persevere. When you are saying, I'll do it tomorrow, as we have said earlier, it's raining outside. Okay, I'm not going to run. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm not in the mood. When your why is very strong, you will go after and you will do whatever it takes to take you one step further. When I did this exercise, my why, I said so that I want the best life could be for myself, for my wife, for my son. And I said, because my wife is not comfortable at Medan, I need to move to Bali. And so much so I wrote down every single thing, every single detail I wrote down, and I read it every single day. Okay, so now on your list earlier, I'm going to outcome by the date already. And then in order for me to achieve it, I'm going to set on the list, and at the bottom you say, so that, and then put down the reason, so that my family can get the best life possible, so that I'm healthy, so that 10 years down the road, I can still chase after my son as he grew up older, so that I can take that vacation to whichever your dream vacation would be, so that I can be the greatest father I can be for my children. See how powerful that becomes, rather than I want to move to Bali with my family by December 2019. It's not powerful. But the moment you put a strong why, so that, and then you list down the examples, or rather the reasons, things will be very different. Okay, and I hope this exercise, after this, maybe you will want to take this exercise and really reflect, so that you can be free, be independent from whatever struggle that you're currently facing, and you can go beyond your current bubble and break free to the future that you desire. Because at the end of the day, without having a goal, it's difficult to score in life. Okay, and now I'm open for Q&A. It's a Q&A session. Please, if you have any questions, please just open up the mic and ask away.
Question.
Ping,
Yes.
since you already married, if I'm not mistaken, do you involve your spouse to do this, what, who, and why? As a team?
I did two different ways. One is for my own personal, and one I involve her. Because to raise a family, you can't, there is a balance. You need to balance each other. And when it comes to family, the vision and the values has to be in alignment. If not, there's going to be a big struggle. Specifically for my case, my faith and my wife's faith are completely opposite. So we need to be sitting down and be in alignment so that we can plan a much better future for our son going forward. And I also plan one for my own personal one. I hope that answers your question.
Thanks, clear.
Thank you. Any other questions that you would like to ask?
Noel raised his hand.
Okay, Noel.
Yeah, hi Ping.
Hi, Noel.
Yeah, it's a interesting speech, really motivate. But how to have the strong commitment like this? Because sometimes if we already have the like the list that we would like to do, that it's very hard to have the commitment. What do you think? What your suggestion for this?
Thank you so much for this question. And in my opinion, when your why is very strong, that commitment will be elevated. Back in the days, before I add my why, when I just put this statement, before I put my why, it's so easy for me to say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. But the moment I add in my why, and whenever there's an excuse coming in, and when I say, hey, I'm not in the mood, in my mind, I tell myself, Ping, the one day you delay is the one day your wife and your son is suffering in Medan. The one day you delay is the one day your wife and your son suffers in Medan. The moment I had that thought, it pushed me to go beyond. So your why has to be strong, and your why has to conquer your fear. Has to be bigger than your fear. And most often than not, when it comes to why, your why will be, most of the time, it involves someone else. Maybe people, your spouse, or maybe your children, or maybe your parents. Most of the time.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think one last one, because
Yep.
we're at 21 now.
Yes. Okay. Is there
Lourdes?
anyone who would like to ask a last question? Maybe.
Yes, Miss Lourdes.
Oh, Miss Lourdes. Yes.
Hi, Ping. Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Good evening to all of you. I would just like to ask, how will you be able to compare this to the law of attraction?
Perfect. Because at the end of the day, this is also a law of attraction, if you believe it or not, right? So in my opinion, law of attraction works only if you do the work. You can't magically just write things down on a piece of paper and pray to good grace of the God that things will fall down on your lap. It's just not possible. You have to do the work, right? And the only way for you to know whether you are in the right direction or whether you are succeeding in life is when you actually do the work. When you are doing a mistake, or rather making a mistake, learn from it. That is why in Toastmasters, we have this thing called lessons learned, right? You learn from your mistakes, and then you evaluate, and then you course correct, and then you go again. Okay, imagine this. Imagine back in the days when you were still a baby, and you tried to walk for the first time and you fell down, and then your parents like, Maria Lourdes, she's not a walker, she's a crawler. I mean, if that happened, then you wouldn't be walking right now. So, and you persevere. You yourself has done it before. You persevere. That's why you are now able to walk. Maybe you're able to ride a bicycle, or you're able to drive a car. It's because you have persevered. You have done it before. So whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can do it again. Definitely, most definitely. So I hope I answer your question, Maria.
Thank you so much. Very well.
Yes. And also law of attraction, it works only when you do the work. Yes. With that, I would like to thank all of you so much for listening. And I want to wrap this up with this again. So first of all, you need to understand first what you want, and then who you have to become. So who you are right now, analyze who you are right now, and analyze who you have to become, and you work on it. And last but not least, why you want to do what you want to do. And I'm very confident that you will achieve your goals much faster than you thought possible. Thank you all so much.
One wonderful speech by Toastmaster Ping. Whew, that's awesome, bro. What, who, and why. answer all those questions, and I also answer mine. That was helps me a lot. And I would like to give a little bit of clue, something interesting when I was visiting Bali, maybe a month ago. I got a conversation with a professional photographer there in Bali and end up with questions like this. How much is normally been paid as a photographer per hour? And he replied, starting from 1 million rupiahs until 15 million rupiahs per hour. You know how much it is in Garut? From 50,000 until 500,000. 1 million is very rare. So I would like to say, if I would like to say, for example, working in better conditions, working engineer in Bali will be my dream. Sunday until Friday, I will be engineer, and Friday night until Sunday night, I'll be the photographer. But I'm expecting that to happen very soon. Okay, now I will ask the timer to give the time report. Timer, please give me the time report for 3 speakers, time allocated.
Okay, so I actually put it up in the chat box at 3:48, and then yeah. Ping is for the speech, it was 18:10, but after Q&A, 23 minutes, 10 seconds. And then Rajiv's all the way up. Let me find it. But Rajiv was eligible, yeah, around 6 minutes, 16 seconds. Yeah.
So all of them are eligible.
So Ping is not eligible, yeah.
Ping not eligible.
Ping, I don't know. Ping, it is Q&A supposed to be maximum 20 or what?
According to the booklet, it's in total it's 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm over the time.
Okay, thank you, Ping. Anyway, your information is valuable, and we grab a lot of information from yours.
Okay. Which is nothing, but we learn a lot from you.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will be voting the first speaker, which is Rajiv Trivas, and also the second speaker, which is Apri. So, you have 2 options to be voted according to you, your independence, opinions, observation, and evaluations. Which one is the best? Okay, no one will interrupt and will try to negotiate your thought. You are independent on 4 things. Now, before I would like to go to the next sessions, I would like to ensure that everyone who is off its video, please turn it on, because we would like to take photos together. Well, if you don't have a data plan, kind of enough. So apparently I can understand. Okay. Hello, Toastmaster Harry. Toastmaster Dini, can you switch on your video? Ah, that's amazing. So you have 3. We have 3 Dinis here. Amazing. So who is doing the photography things? Am I?
I will do.
And usually me, but my bandwidth is very low right now.
Okay,
It's okay.
I am doing that.
I can do it.
Okay.
I can do it, guys.
Let's do together. I can do that also. You count it.
Okay.
Penny, you count it.
Okay, everyone.
You.
I will take 2 times picture. 2 times.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is the normal pose with a beautiful smile. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, a moment. Okay, another one is the fun pose or crazy pose, up to you guys. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it. Thank you. Back to you, Tom.
You got it. Thank you, Toastmaster Sandy, for your helps. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as it is related to independence, one of the most serious things that we have to do after we, as a nation, got independence, we as ourselves, personal self, needs to be independent. So, for examples, when you were a child, you were told by your parents that, hey, it is good to be the engineers because it has a good salary, benefits, and exercise. But at the end of the story, you will focus deep down from your heart what is your talents, your interests, what your vision and missions, and what is it gives true happiness to you? What is job that brings all of those money, happiness, the joy, and the feeling of full? Full, I mean, full, not empty. Okay. Now I would like to go to the next sessions. Next session will be the table topic session, isn't it? Right. Table topic sessions will be introduced by the table topic master, right? Table topic master for this meeting is Toastmaster Astri Utami. Toastmaster Astri Utami, you will be independently explain what is table topic sessions all about, because we have many guests today, and then you lead the sessions. Just ensure yourself that you are independent enough to deliver the sessions and do it beautifully, so that the guest, especially the first timer, will jaw dropping like this. Okay, none of further ado, I would like to give the comment to Toastmaster Astri Utami. Time is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ping, our super independent storm. I really amazed by your spirit, actually, Toastmaster Ping. Toastmaster Marendra, Dika, sorry. I mean, Marendra, I'm sorry. And what I think that miss from your spirit is one thing. Because we talk about independence of Indonesia, you must say merdeka to all of us, start from the beginning. So I will start it in this session. So everyone, to all of you Indonesian people, happy Independence Day, merdeka for all of us.
Merdeka.
And for all of you, merdeka. Okay. Merdeka is actually expressing our spirit to Independence Day, because Independence Day for Indonesia, like our Tom has said, is very meaningful because we have been colonized for more than 3.5 centuries. So Independence Day is very special for us. So again, Merdeka. And I will share my screen to show the table topic session in this session. As usual, in the table topic session, we will have several question or statement, and the speaker will have the opportunity to answer or respond in 1 to 2 minutes. If you already reach 1 minute, the timer will give you a green light, and then if it's already 2 minutes, it will show you red. So please still talking about anything until the timer turn the light to the green. Please still talking about everything, and please stop if the time already reached 2, and you can see it by the red light. Okay. And okay, this is our team of today, united in one vision. Other than the Independence Day, actually united in one vision is very special. And for those of you that don't know yet about the meaning of our club, Bhinneka, actually Bhinneka, it's come from Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, that's come from united in diversity. So we hope everyone here, even I know this not come from only from Indonesia, we are very diverse, but we can be united in diversity as the Bhinneka meanings of our club. And that's a little bit about this. Okay. Okay, I will start the session. Who wants to be the first? Because this is about Independence Day, I will say the speaker as the warrior. So who wants to be the first warrior? Okay, anyone wants to be the first warrior? Maybe.
Noel.
Okay, Noel, you want to try? Our first warrior, Noel?
Okay, let me try.
Okay. The warrior one, Noel. This is the question, also the fact. Actually, this is from Gorontalo, one of the city in Indonesia. That's very beautiful. The fact is, Indonesia has been colonized for more than 3.5 centuries and then declared its independence on 17 August 1945. After that, Indonesia has its own government to run the country. And the question for our first warrior is, what independence means to you? What independence means to you, Toastmaster Noel?
Independence means to me, independence is free when we are free to do something that we would like to do. However, there is a rule that we are not actually free. We have to decide that this is only good for me or just my wishes to, or just achieve for my goal without ignore the others. So independence to me even is a free, but it should be in beyond the regulation. We have to see the people, we have to see the around of us. If we would like to do something, it will benefit for them or it just benefit for me. Independence is not only meaning that I can do if I have the power, but it's also need to consider with our heart to see others people. So this is the independence to me, that independence not only free, but we have to see others with heart. Back to you, TTM. Thank you.
Whoa, that's very beautiful. To do everything, but still considering about the heart and others, right? Okay, thank you so much for the very beautiful ideas and thoughts, Toastmaster Noel, our first warrior. And we're going to the second warrior of this meeting. And it's going to guess loudest, right? Okay,
Hi,
this is, hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. Okay, I will give you this question to guess loudest. This is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela ever say that as long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in the world, none of us can rest. And there is no true independence if the poverty persists. And if you talk about Indonesia or maybe some of the country, the poverty is still increasing year by year. Even the tendency to go to the poverty is still increasing. So guess loudest. Do you agree with Nelson Mandela that there is no independence if the poverty persists? Guess loudest.
Yes, I definitely agree with Nelson Mandela with that statement that there is no rest if there is poverty. Because I believe that if freedom can exist if everyone, true freedom exists if everyone is liberated from injustice, from hunger, from bad experiences. And so if it exists in the system or in the community or in the nation, I think no one will really rest because as a nation, we have our leaders, and these leaders are actually thinking all about the goodness and all about the benefits that the community or the members of the community should have as a privilege as a member of the nation. So not until everyone is fed, everyone is, because the basic need of a person is really food. And if the basic need is not met, such as the food, I think it's very difficult to think. It's very difficult to act properly, and it's going to be very chaotic and very difficult also for the leaders to manage everything, and there will be no rest. That's all. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Lourdes, for the message that you sent to us that we couldn't see others behind, right? For specifically for the basic needs. Thank you so much for the for sharing your thought. And next, who wants to be our third warrior for this club? For this Ben, you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben. Okay, a moment, please. I will share my screen.
By the way, I've asked the other three guests that they want to go as well, but they haven't responded.
Oh, okay.
Might have to force them to go. Maybe Pippa can persuade them.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Ben. Okay, this is for you. Liberty is maintained by responsible freedom. And the question for you is, if you have freedom to do everything, what will you do? If you have freedom to do everything, what will you do, Toastmaster Ben?
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. If I had the freedom to do anything I want, I would move to Bali. Oh, wait. I already am in Bali. It's great, right? The idea, for me at least, I can be anywhere in the world that I want to be, and I choose to be here in Bali, Indonesia. I choose to go to work. I choose to do all of these things. Nobody is forcing me to do anything. Everywhere I am at, including this meeting, I choose to do it. And I think that is the idea of freedom. Now, of course, I have responsibilities. I'm married. I have a family. No kids yet. Maybe soon. I'm not sure. But right now, I choose to be wherever I'm at, whenever I'm at. And having that ability is amazing, really. Sometimes it's like I want to go somewhere else, but pandemic kind of stopped me from doing that. But on Monday mornings, I enjoy waking up. Actually, I enjoy yelling at kids about psychology or sociology or public speaking or debate or even now drama. I choose to do it. It's free. It's freedom. And it feels weird. I don't have anything tying me down. And a lot of people in the world don't have that option, or they don't think they have that option. So you gotta take Ping's class, for example. Take that class and you start creating a why, a who, what, when, where, why. And you start putting it in practice. You gotta create your freedom. Nobody's gonna get it. Society's not gonna just tell you to have it. Gotta kind of live under your means sometimes. Don't care what people think about you. Don't try to have the newest and coolest stuff. Just try to build on being happy. And once you can find that pursuit of happiness, you can block out all the distractions, you can finally start being free. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ben. I believe you already have a freedom in your hand, right? You already do whatever you want to do, and that's nice for you. I'm very glad for you. Okay, we're going to the next warrior. Who wants to be the next warrior?
Come on, guess
Maybe
Ronnie.
Toastmaster.
Let's go, guess Ronnie.
Okay, guess Ronnie. Okay, guess Ronnie. This is a topic for you. Okay, this is for Ben, and you're for the next. Okay, this is the map of our world, and it show the green is show that more ethnically diverse, and the orange is more ethnically homogeneous. And the statement is there's so many ethnic diversity around the world, and there's so many conflict, war, even genocide caused by difference between one another. The question for you, what do you think? Is diversity triggering disconnection? Is diversity triggering disconnection? Guess Ronnie.
Okay, thank you. Actually, that is my first time join this club. Okay, I'll try to answer. Is the diversity what's it connect? Yeah, I don't think so. Because even if the homogeneous, it's also can cause a conflict also. For example, in Middle East or something else in the world. The homogeneous is not guarantee that conflict will not happen. So diversity or homogeneous is not the main cause, but I think the tolerance is important. If even if in country homogeneous or diversity, if we have tolerance between us, so we will happy. I think there is no conflict if we are tolerant. Maybe that's for me. Just simple. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, can you
Please
talk
continue.
more? Yeah, just
Belum
talk
dijawab.
anything
Continue.
until
Yeah.
until green. Until
Until
green.
green. Okay. Until
Yeah.
green. Yeah. I have many friends from around the world. Usually in Asia is very peaceful, but I have many friends from in Middle East. In that part, even there are in Arabic race, but many conflict happens on there. But in other words, in Indonesia, for example, we have so many races, but we are very peaceful here. And also in other part, Asia or something else, is also peaceful. I don't think so that diversity can cause conflict or something else. Is it only red or yellow or?
Yes.
Okay.
You can
Let's go. That's good.
Okay. Thank you so much. Your point is really on point, even though everyone said that is a tough question, but you are very great in answering it. You just answer it simply. It's not about diversity. It's not about homogen, but it's about tolerancy that can make us united. Thank you so much, guys. Ronnie, for giving the very good answer and also the thought and ideas. Okay, who wants to be the next warrior?
Our last Arika. Yes, Arika. Or
It is last?
Yeah, sorry, because it's 7:24 right now.
Okay. This is the last.
Yes, Arika or Hetty, which one would you like?
Arika?
Hello, can you hear my voice?
I couldn't hear you, sorry. Hello? Hello, are you ready? Is it Arika or who?
Let's try Hetty's voice, maybe.
Happy? So, sorry, just one to repeat it. Oh,
Yes,
Hetty,
Hetty.
okay.
Yes,
Guess Hetty. Hello, guess Hetty. Do you want to join? Hello?
Back to Arika.
Hello, guess Hetty.
Hello.
Do you want to? Okay. Guess Hetty, I have a special question for you. I think
Hello?
the song is not really good. Hello, terus masa Hetty? Hello?
Hello, yes?
Okay. Do you want to join to answer the question in 1 to 2 minutes?
Oh my God. I'll
You can do
try.
it. You can do it.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. This is a simple things. I just want to ask you how we make the diversity as a power, not a weapon. Can you get the question, Prof. Musa Happy? Guess Happy? How we make diversity as a power, not a weapon.
Yes, diversity is I'm sorry, I'm not fluently in English. Can I
It's
speak
okay.
in
Try.
Bahasa?
Try.
Give it a try.
That's
Coba aja.
okay.
Coba
That's okay.
try.
Try.
Nggak apa-apa ya bahasa ya? Okay.
You can mix
Use
it. You
English.
can mix it.
We have people
Use
from
English.
many different countries.
Yes, use English as best as you can. Just try it.
Okay.
Yes.
Diversity is a gift, not something to make us to make it weapon, or I don't know. I think diversity is a gift for us, and we don't have choice to what I can say in English.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What word you're looking for?
To reject, to avoid.
Ya itu berkah gitu loh. Perbedaan itu berkah apa ya?
Why it's a gift? Why it's a gift?
Blessing.
It's a gift, and it's I'm sorry, I can't learn in English.
That's okay. Just continue. Maybe what kind of blessing? I mean, what is a good thing that you see in diversity?
Maybe pass. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you so
Banyak
much.
ide di sini. Maaf ya, banyak ide di sini cuma untuk menyampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris ini agak repot juga. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
Sister.
That's okay. Join our next meeting so you can try to speak again. Okay, thank you so much, Guys Hattie. Thank you so much. Actually, Guys Hattie want to give a very good, very beautiful answer that say that diversity is a blessing, it's a gift for us, and I really believe in her. Don't worry, Toastmaster Hattie, Guys Hattie. Actually, I believe that you have very good point. If you are more confident, we believe we can get more from you. So please come to our next meeting so we can hear your thought next time. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Guest Hattie is our last speaker for this table topics. Thank you so much for joining and actively participating in this session. I hope everyone can feel the spirit of independence. Okay, last but not least, I will say thank you and sorry if there's some mistake from me, and Merdeka. Okay, back to you, Tom.
Merdeka Asri Utami. Asri Utami, you have delivered very wonderful table topic sessions. It is amazing, even though the last two questions for the guests, killing questions. But it's just my opinion. I think they are able to understand the questions. Yes, one is very good in answering your question. One is hard to find an English sentences, even though the bahasa is already full in her mind. And I believe all those guests will be coming in the next sessions, I hope. So they are improving in their speaking English, especially answering the questions. Now we will go to the next sessions. The next sessions will be general evaluation sessions. But before that, I would like to ensure that each of us has a responsibility to fulfill the independence of our nation, our life, our being self, as full as possible. Whatever that we believe that it is must to happen, including your vision and missions, just go get it. Just go get it. You're an independent creature on earth. You have a skill sets to get it. Just get it. Now, the next questions will be general evaluation session. I would like to give the control to our GE. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome one of the most amazing, super fabulous GE, none other than our Toastmaster, Titin Ningsi. Time is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Let's commence this evaluation session with the evaluations of the prepared speech speakers. And First, I would like to call our first evaluator, who is Toastmaster Ben, so that his Toastmaster Ben first, excuse me, so that his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit, will have ample time to prepare her evaluation for Toastmaster Ben's evaluation. So evaluations are one of the most important elements of Toastmasters. Who will evaluate Toastmaster Ping, and I will be the timer when Toastmaster Ben is evaluating Toastmaster.
Good. What is your goal? First goal, making it through Toastmaster Ping's long speeches. This is not the first time I've heard one of his 20-minute speeches. Hopefully it's not the last, because we did it. We made it through. Congratulations. First goal completed. 2 fun facts. I wake up at 5:15 every morning. Second, I go swimming 5 days a week at 6 o'clock in the morning to get jacked. Yes. And it's all because of Toastmaster Ping's motivational conference, Ping's Golden Achievement Circle. It's all because of that. Thank you, Toastmaster Ping. Logos, ethos, and pathos, 3 components to persuade. Logos. Ping, you did a great job with your organization. Extremely logical, beginning, middle, and end, step by step, and easy to follow. Also including props, which you used clearly for people to understand, was really effective for your speech, which makes it more fun and a bit different than typical PowerPoint or Canva, which is useful as well, but really easy. And it was clear, because sometimes when people use props online, it's not so clear. So you did a great job with that. Fantastic. I am someone who loves SMART goals, sports psychology, and reality therapy. So this speech was definitely up my alley, very serendipitous to get me as an evaluator, because I was hanging on every word. Pathos, right? This is the next step. Ping, your tone and excitement really allowed for your messages to come across really clear. You could see by the audience whose cameras were on that we paid attention, and even based off the questions they asked, made it really, really fun, because again, you had the excitement and you knew what you were talking about, right? And it really, really, really helps. Great job establishing logos and pathos. There's a few things. Ethos, you did a great job too. But I want to make sure that you could have done a better job with ethos, because again, this speech felt like a conference. You could have had a nice suit on, could have stood up, got your marker board, oh, I can't see that when I have the visual background. Like my marker board in the back right here. You could have that. You could add more credibility to your awesome resume that you already have. Right? Also, again, when you add rhetoric to a persuasive speech, you're asking a lot of rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are great because, again, in your presentation, you don't want people to just yell out things all the time. There's time for that. When you ask rhetorical questions, you need to have a pause. You're spitting out a lot of information over and over again. You've got to let the audience catch up and think about, that's interesting. Because essentially you're selling something. So definitely work on that ethos aspect. Organization, tone, excitement, use of props, fantastic. Working on that ethos, adding little pauses. Fantastic job, Toastmaster Ping. And back to you, Madam G.
Round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Ben. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ben, for your comprehensive, uplifting feedback and evaluation for Toastmaster Ping. And I will just announce that the time Toastmaster Ben used for evaluation was 3 minutes 17 seconds, eligible to be voted. Okay, now let us proceed to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Lai, as he requested to speak first before Toastmaster Kayum. Toastmaster Lai will evaluate Toastmaster Apri. Toastmaster Lai, the screen is yours.
Toastmaster Apri, thank you for telling us that remember to do your shopping. And in your delivery today, you remind us of three things, three criteria when we are shopping. What are the three criteria? Fast, good, and cheap. And you tell us that if these three of elements couldn't be made together, we always have a choice of 2 out of 3. 1 if there are a choice there. So during the and as we do the shopping, there's some things we always need to consider among these 3 criteria. And today, what I like about your speech is in your deliveries today, that when you mention the 3 comparison of your criteria, you pick the 2 out of 3. Every of them, you give an example of the story, what you have gone through with it, what the trouble, what the advice that we gone through. Number 2, that you use a slide where it's easy to follow, simple picture, simple words, not many complicated words in your delivery. And now the third one is you take your time to interact with the audience by asking the question. That's the one important thing where you need to connect with your audience through an unfamiliar. This is an unfamiliar situation for you. Take your time to connect. And in your delivery, there's a point of improvement for you as well. Number 1, I'd like to suggest is when you're doing the comparison of the products there, use props to show them what are the products that you bought before. Or you can use similar thing. This is fast and cheap. This is good and reliable. Just do something comparison to have a more interaction with the audience in the virtual room. Number 2, use your vocal variety to play the emotion. Like what you mentioned before, that you buy a fast and good product, it is expensive. It gives a burn in my wallet. That's so suffering. Second comparison, you're so suffering. I'm not sure it is a scam. I've been waiting so long for my product to come. Use your voice to play to make it a different in your speech delivery, not in a monotonous voice. And lastly, I found that your speech is where you have met the speech objective, which is connect with your audience. In your delivery, you have mentioned what the 2 of the 3 criteria in your point to connect with the audience. And for my point improvement is to use props to make comparison. And number 2 is you use your vocal variety to play with your to connect more with the audience rather than in some monotonous voice. I feel that they have done a good job, and I hope my suggestion for you can help you improve in your future delivery as well. Back to you, General Evaluator Titin.
A round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Lai for his insightful evaluation that he provided for Toastmaster Apri. And now the next evaluator whom we are waiting for, Toastmaster Kayum, who will evaluate Toastmaster Rajiv. Toastmaster Kayum, the screen is yours.
Fantastic, Madam Timer. I would like to request for the first 30 seconds because the excitement is very, very overwhelmed, I guess. Fellow speakers, fellow multitasker people, give a round of applause to our speakers today for his speech. Now, let us go through to the speech and the speaker itself. What has he managed to do and make an O in all of us? The strength that you have, Toastmaster Rajiv, that you start strong. In a speech, some people say 7 seconds, some people say 30 seconds. And you manage to do that by grabbing the audience attention, by asking the question. And the curiosity cat being killed directly by someone answering it. Multitasking, multiplying, and multi-divider? Never know what is the answer. But yes, when the correct answer comes up, people start to give an oh, that's it. And they are engaged with the question. Good job. The second point that you're really, really good at, where your speech today is organized. It is very structured. People can listen from the beginning and understand the situation, understand the story, and understand the content by having those research being held and being supported by any sort of evidence that you have, and you conclude it with a call and action. And that's where I believe everybody listen to your speech by nodding their head, by saying, no, 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 it's not for me. Now, allow me to give some of key points from the previous evaluator. The evaluator say that put your own personal story. Give a call and action or call of action for it. And two, I would say out of two, 1 out of 2, you managed to do it. Good job. For me, this is a sort of informative speech. So you don't really have to put your own story in it. Because why? Informations are the peoples that you feed, and that's what all they need. Moving to the room of improvement, not only for you, but as well as for everybody. We know that the fastest train in the world started in Japan. Do not bring it here. Let it stay in Japan. Take a break. Take a pause when you give your speech so that people will digest your laugh, people will digest your comedy, information, your point, and it makes them understand even a little bit more. Now, to challenge you as a very great speaker, humor me. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Kayum for his insightful evaluation for Toastmaster Rajiv's speech. And now let us proceed to our fourth evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit, who will evaluate Toastmaster Ben's evaluation. The screen is yours, Vivian Pipit.
Thank you. I believe I will be spotlighted first. Thank you. And Ben, or is it things will be spotlighted? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine when a speaker is so excited that suddenly the evaluator is like, yeah, I think I like your speech, blah, 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 blah. Thankfully, it did not happen. So everyone witnessed how excited Ping was as a speaker, although speaking for 23 minutes like a train, but he did not lose any enthusiasm. And I'm really happy that Ben was able to match the energy. He was equally excited as Ping when delivering his evaluation. So this is the first thing that I really like from Ben's evaluation. The second thing that I really like is he brought out the 3 giants in public speaking: ethos, logos, and pathos, right? And also he used it as a strategy to frame his evaluation. So he could expand on each point and then try to see or evaluate Ping's speech based on these 3 framework. Okay, so it was a really good strategy. However, when we came up with such a big terms in public speaking, it's safe for me to assume that not everyone has heard them before. So I would like you to spend even a short moment to explain what it actually means, like give a definition, instead of assuming that everyone has heard that before. So I think that is really important because a lot of your evaluation points were actually tied to those things. And to give more feedback is towards the end of your speech, it felt like a rush. I know you saw the red flag on Titin's background and suddenly it sounded like a checklist. Oh, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. So in evaluation, we have something called evaluation sheet. If something that is in detail, we can leave them out actually during evaluation speech like this. The speaker can read our detailed checklist or evaluation in the speech, in the evaluation sheet. For the evaluation speech like this, I suggest you to just bring 3 big chunky ideas and then expand on those things. So you can leave out the details that can be read by the speaker later. So I hope by this one, Ben will bring out more memorable evaluation for the speaker, because wrapping it up as such big ideas. And also, I'm really happy that he was so excited. Thank you.
Round of applause, please, for distinguished Toastmaster Pipit for her evaluation, for Toastmaster Ben's evaluation. So all of the evaluators were eligible to be voted. So will the voting link be presented now by Toastmaster Seni?
Yes, thank you, Madam GE. Hello, everyone. It's back to me again. Okay, are you ready to vote your favorite speaker? Here we go. For co-hosts, please type me in the chat box private message. Okay. All of you see. Oh, okay. It's starting to vote now. Okay. Everyone can see the ballot, right? Okay, good.
Clear.
10 people vote. Oh, so Dini count too, right? So, okay. It should be 13 people, including me, maybe.
Ini is committing a fraud, election fraud right here.
Okay. All done? All vote? Okay, make sure you vote your favorite one, okay? Okay, I will close the vote. Thank you very much, and back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seni. And now we are now done with the evaluation round, and we shall move on to the reports of our wonderful team. To start off, let us call on our grammarian, Toastmaster Dini Nuris, for her report.
Okay, thank you so much, our general evaluator. Now, let me start my report. Let me begin with the counting of word of the day. So, yeah, out of all the participants in this room, I think I only hear Toastmaster Marendra, Toastmaster Astri, and then Toastmaster Noel mentioned independence. And then, yeah, it's a lot since our theme for today is about independence as well, right? So thank you so much for using this word of the day as many as possible. And then now let's move on to the language usage. And I heard Toastmaster Marendra mentioned about bambu runjing. What is it in English? So in English, we know it as spiked bamboo, right? So this is some, let's say, the equipment of Indonesians that Indonesians used back then when we were in colonization, right? And then the next one is I heard Toastmaster being addressed about being introvert or introverted. So what is actually the difference between introvert and introverted, right? You might be a little bit confused how these two words differ from one to another. So if you would like to revert to a person, so it is best for you to use introvert. So I am an introvert. So because you revert to the person. But if you would like to explain about somebody's quality or somebody's state of personality, so she is an introverted person. So you use introverted when you would like to make a noun phrase, right? And then the next one is when I heard somebody mentioned about freedom is not only meaning that blah, blah, blah. Something that I would like to highlight is the word mean here. So mean in Indonesia, we know it as berarti, right? So it cannot be used in progressive sentence. If we would like to revert to the definition of something, or we would like to say that this is what it is, right? But if we would like to revert to an intention that we want to do, so we can use the word meaning. So I'm meaning to do something. It means that I'm intending to do something. But in this case, instead of using it's not only meaning that blah blah blah, I will provide two options for this one. Freedom does not only mean, sorry, without gas. And not only means blah, 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 or freedom is not only about something. So probably freedom is not only about liberty or probably things against justice or whatsoever. So you can have these two options, right? And then the next one is, I would like to address this not because the speaker used it wrongly, but I would like to give suggestions on how we can vary our vocabulary instead of using so that, because we know we commonly use this word a lot in our speech, right? So probably instead of using so or so that, we can use therefore. That's why, for that reason, as a result, because of that, and so on. And now let's move on to the mispronunciation. These three words in the on the left are the common words that we usually mispronounce. The first one is control. So it should be control using a sound instead of control, right?
Everyone
so can
follow.
you repeat after me, everyone? Control.
Control.
Awesome.
Control.
And then the next one, instead of saying scenario or scenario, so we just omit the letter C there. So scenario.
Scenario.
Yeah, that's scenario. And then the third one is, I think, the third one is the most common mispronounced word, which is hour. I often heard Indonesians pronounce this word as hour. So I think we should use it using silent H, so just hour.
Hour.
Thank you. And then for the two words on the right side, so I think these two words are probably, sometimes we pronounced it wrongly, because in Indonesia we know it as toleransi, but here in English, instead of using tolerancy, so just use it tolerance. Yes, tolerance. And then the last one is, many people mentioned it, diversity, and actually you can also pronounce it as diversity. But the only thing that we miss from this word is the sound of S and then I here. Instead of you pronounce it as diversity, so it should be diversity. So a little bit sound like diversity or diversity, right? Then let's move on to the next one, is how I love the speakers use these two words. I think I heard this master's Rajiv mention about monkey mind, a person who has, unsettled mind that cannot focus on one thing. So I think that's very nice. And I think it is a new term for me personally. So I love how I learned something from your speech. So I know a new word. And then the next one is liberate. Instead of using free or set someone free, I heard this word that suits our theme better. And then the last one, I would like to wrap up my findings with the outstanding quotes by our speakers. So I chose 3 quotes. The first one is, multitasking is life. This Master Rajiv. I love it very much, because many people will think that doing multitasking is a cool thing to do, right? But this Master Rajiv just, take the opposite side of this context. And the next one is by Toastmaster Ping. When your why is strong, it will take you further so you can go beyond your buffer. And the last one, freedom can be achieved when we are liberated from injustice, by Gas Lourdes.
And I think that's all. Thank you so much for listening to my report. I'm sorry for taking your time a little bit longer, and I will give the control back to our team.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dini. Round of applause for our grammarians' detailed, complete, and organized report with your enjoyable and easy to understand slides. And next, may I have the report from our A and WOD counter, Toastmaster Noel. The screen is yours.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Everyone can see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the counter for today. So the total the total of well, so like, but, repeat, others, the total is that I count is 123, and mostly is R, because I think this is we have to thinking something, so that's why yeah, this is the common sense that we do though. So R is the mostly counter that here. Others, I think, like following is like well, so, and repeating something word. Okay, this is the counter report. Thank you.
Thank you, and a round of applause for Toastmaster Noel for his report. So this awareness will hopefully provide motivation for us to cut out the filler words from our speeches. Now I would like to provide my general evaluation for the meeting. This evening's Bhinneka Toastmaster Club's meeting went very well as usual. I can feel the camaraderie throughout the meeting, especially when most of you encourage the guests to try the table topic session. It was very touching according to me. And I've seen that the meeting preparation and coordination was done very well in the WhatsApp group. And all of the role taker speakers were in the room on time. And then I would like also to thank all the participants who come and visit us this evening. And I enjoy and like the meeting very much. And as the room for improvement, I humbly offer a suggestion that you might want to provide some testimonials to show the guests how the members have benefited from joining Bhinneka Toastmasters Club's meeting. Ask the guests how they think that they could benefit from joining the meeting and the club. Perhaps a little bit of chit chat and maybe after the meeting. So congratulations, Bhinneka Toastmasters Club, for this well-prepared, well-arranged meeting, where we gain two things from the meeting: enjoyable and fruitful, educative meeting. Such a great and safe place to practice our public speaking. We learn a lot from the insights of the speech contents and from the evaluators as well. And now I will proceed, I will pass the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Marendra Dika.
Thank you very much, our wonderful G. Amazing, fabulous, super, great GE Titinisi. Now I would like to invite the one who in charge to give the slides of the winning session. And I would like to give the best table topics goes to the table topic, right? Drum roll, please.
Sorry. Usually the announcer is ballot. Rendra.
Oh, okay. Because it is in the agenda. Okay, Bella, it is your job to do. Take your stage.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the meeting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the winners of table topics is guest loaders. Congratulations, loaders. Pipit, you help me to pin the speaker. Also, Marendra, can you help me to
I will take photo.
Picture? Yeah, take the photo,
1, 2,
please.
3. So this is from Manila, guys. Alright, done.
Okay, done?
Done.
Okay. And the next award is for the best evaluator. Goes to it's you. DTM Pipit. Congratulations.
Okay, then I cannot take photo of myself then.
I can do that.
All right, thank you.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing pose, people. You've done. Super.
Thank you.
Is done?
Ah, yeah, it's done.
Okay, and the last is the award of best speaker goes to drum roll, please. Dum, 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 dum. Congratulations, Rajiv.
Cool.
Pipit or Rendra, please help me to take the picture.
Okay, I'm doing it right now. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Okay, done. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the award session. Congratulations for all of the best speakers today. And I will give the control back to... No, I would like to invite our acting president. Okay, thank you very much. And please welcome our acting president, Toastmaster Ben.
Okay, thank you so much, Valid Counter and Zoom host, and great job to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster, beautiful hair, Mahendra Dika. Great job, great job. And I know we're about a little over time, so thank you for holding still. Ronnie, tell us how you felt about the meeting, real quick.
Yeah, that's awesome, I think. Yeah, I was invited by my crazy friend, Marendra Rika. He was my craziest friend. And right now, I think still crazy. Yeah, it was amazing. And I'm sure that next meeting I will join.
Please do come again.
Yes, of course, definitely.
Yeah, great job. And our table topic winner, Lords, tell us real quick how you enjoyed this meeting as well, or not, maybe. Hopefully you did.
Well, I really enjoyed a lot and I learned a lot from everyone. Um, I just had reminiscing of the moment when I used to be part of the Toastmasters back in 2013, I think. And this was my first time again. It made me really feel so happy. So thank you so much.
Thank
Definitely,
you
I
very
will come
much,
back
and
again.
we're glad we can make you feel happy, so you got to keep coming back and do it again. Happiness is like a drug. Keep on injecting happiness into your life. All right. And our speaker winner, Rajiv, thank you for coming and joining us and giving us a great multitask speech. How did you think of our meeting?
Thank you so much for having me here with like a lot of speakers already accommodating me in the last minute. So thank you so much for that opportunity and giving me an opportunity to travel right the way from India to Indonesia without any visa. So that was an amazing experience to meet you all from different parts of the world. And it was as amazing as like, yeah, 2 hours went by, was not. So thank you so much for this amazing opportunity.
And thank you as well. And Hetty, are you still there?
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you thought about our meeting, please?
Oh, I nice, and I will join to the next meeting, inshallah.
Mantap. Terima kasih banyak, Bu.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you to our guest Toastmasters that really helped make this meeting go. Apri, with your speech. Toastmaster Tintin, you always are great. And Dini, so thorough with the grammarian report. Fantastic. Quayam, thank you so much for your, I guess you were first, but then you were second, maybe third, maybe. And Lai, well, he's already gone. Anyways, to our Bhinneka family as well. Great job, everyone. Ben be showing up. Of course I am, always. And have a great night. Please join us in our next meeting, which I think is next month. All right, September. We'll let you know. Have a great night, everyone.
4th of September.
Yeah.
4th of September.
What is it? You said 4th of September? No, 6th, 7th. 7th, right? Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you
everyone.
everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank